what it is. Welcome to the final edition of Creeptober. Tonight, Halloween ends.
Why?
Because it's the last day of Halloween.
Yeah.
Duh.
It is.
It's only one day.
We've survived the machinations of the evil overlord.
Who's that? What are you pointing to? God? Satan?
Maybe
You pointed up and down.
Maybe
so
they're the same person.
Oh.
maybe they're Michael Myers.
We'll get to that. All right. God, that movie sucked. All right, but we got to get through the news first.
Yeah. I can't wait to talk about the gays for an hour and a half, fellas.
Oh my god. All right.
That's our only
let's
saving
just barrel through this news. I haven't memorized because it's not that much.
grace. Okay.
Yeah. First up, The Eternals.
Oh.
MCU's newest movie coming out.
Yep.
Is officially the lowest rated MCU movie.
Whoa.
No.
Sitting comfortably at a 60%.
Wow.
Shut the fuck
Stop
up.
copying me.
Yeah, you guys gotta stop.
Wow.
No audience score yet, so we no.
Oh, I thought this was out already.
No,
It's this Friday.
just the screenings and stuff.
Yeah, this
Its
Friday.
budget was only $200 million for a Marvel movie too.
That's cheap for a Marvel
It's shockingly
movie.
low for a Marvel
They're
movie.
Yeah.
usually like 300 and up.
But yeah, this is the lowest rated MCU movie as of date.
Wow.
Oh, and Chloe Zhao was the one that did this, right? So she was the one
Yeah.
that did that other Oscar-winning movie.
It
right?
cleaned house at Oscars last year.
Yeah, and then I didn't find out about it until like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Is Thanos related to Eternals?
He is an Eternal.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's an Eternal
Yeah.
with the deviant gene.
Yeah.
little deviant.
But for some reason, they're still like, we're not going to get involved in that. That's.
Well, because they're not allowed to
they
interfere.
make it purple.
I know,
unless
but.
deviants are.
Yeah, I know, but he is with the deviant. I feel like that's grounds for like interfering a little bit.
He got his genes.
That's what they were debating, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're too late."
Oh.
What if I
Bureaucracy.
Well,
They're
no,
like-
no wonder though. That's the most inefficient. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, they're just 12 dudes and women.
And
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
One of them is
12 dudes and one woman.
Julia Roberts. No.
Oh my god.
Who's
All
that?
Wow.
Oh my
Angelina
god.
Jolie is
Thank
one
you.
of
That's what
them.
I was
Oh
thinking
my
of.
god.
And then there's also another one. I forget her name.
Salma
Yeah.
Hayek.
Oh yeah, forgot about her.
Oh
It's
my
You know,
not
I said
Julia-
Julia Roberts, and then I thought Sarah Jessica Parker.
god. Neither of those answers were correct.
They're all white women, so you've got that going for you, I guess.
They are.
With
Yeah.
luminous hair.
I don't think age has been kind to Sarah Jessica Parker.
I don't think age has been kind to my mind. Dune.
Oh,
Don't-
can you let's
don't do
let's
that.
continue with the news.
Yeah. Anyways, it's sitting at 60%,
That's crazy.
That's disappointing.
and yeah,
But
my big thing about what you were saying.
is that because of like what's in the film? Like, have you heard about like why people are like rating it so low?
I've heard that. So I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people
Okay.
go like, oh, don't listen to these reviews. It's because they're racist. They can't stand that it's a diverse cast. And I've heard other people just go, well, no, it's just because this movie's fucking boring.
Well, no, because I also heard that there was like LGBTQ representation in there, and they have like a gay couple.
Yeah.
Bitch,
kissing,
where?
Yeah.
And that like a lot.
Oh
of
my-
people
I
were
swear to
outraged
God.
over
Bitch,
that, too.
where?
If this movie is getting downvoted, is getting shitty reviews because people are just like,
Well, yeah, I've heard a lot.
stop
of
But
stuff.
forcing representation.
But these are
into
also
my
like
movies.
if it was audience score, I'd be inclined to believe that.
Yeah.
These are like the critics, like
They
people
are.
who write for
Yeah.
fucking like newspapers and articles and shit.
The first one, scroll back up for top critic, like to the top arc. The first one literally says, "I'm sorry to tell you, this movie is a mess." Like,
And
I
that-
think
and-
that's just the
Yeah.
gist of it,
And-
is that it's a mess.
A B minus. It was her rating.
Yeah.
But then you gave it a fresh. Well, I guess that fresh just
It's a B minus.
50%.
Yeah, and it's a B minus. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know, like it has issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my big thing about the Eternals is that if you look at an Eternals comic book, it's so vibrant
Yeah.
and like colorful, and meanwhile you look at this movie and it's just like
Dole.
it looks a little dull.
To be honest with you, I was
Like,
really
look up-
hoping that with WandaVision and how they got a little experimental
Yeah,
and they did
see,
something
that's great.
cool.
Like look up the Jack Kirby specific like
I was
Eternals.
really hoping that Marvel would start to get a little more experimental with their movies so it could be
Yeah.
colorful like this. But it's like they wasted all their creativity and like ingenuity on WandaVision, and then after that they're like, we're going back to
Yeah.
formula. And
Like-
then they've been back to formula and it's all been boring as hell.
Like look how colorful this
Is that
is.
Thanos?
No.
No.
Oh.
What's wrong with
His
you?
horns.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
He's
my
purple.
god.
Yeah, all purple people look alike to you? Fucking racist.
I'm so sorry, Eternals. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anywho's.
Call lost.
But yeah, like look at these colors compared to like the first trailer that we saw,
Yeah, seriously.
and how like muted it is.
And it's all just I don't know. I'm tired of the Marvel formula. I'm really tired of it. It's all literally you've seen one movie, you've seen them all. I swear to God.
Yeah, this is pretty muted.
Like ever since Endgame, I'm a little over it, man.
Who's that child?
Your mom.
Got it.
My mom is an adult. Take it back.
I don't take it any.
Enough.
See, look at they had to color
You're done.
correct that picture to be like, look
This
at
one?
guys, yeah.
They went.
Yeah.
They color corrected the
Boost
shit
the
out of that.
saturation.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that actor's name? The guy.
Richard Madden
Yeah, from Game of Thrones.
Oh, he does football.
and Rocket Man.
Huh?
Nope, shut the fuck up.
Shit, you figured.
He was in Rocket Man.
He did a good job in Rocket Man too.
Look at all the jaw lines in this movie. Chisel, 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 chisel,
That is true. Marvel likes jawlines.
chisel.
Yeah.
He's the only one with a rounded face. Chisel, chisel. Oh my god.
But yeah, anyways.
Disappointing.
Yeah,
This
I
was
don't
like
know.
their saving grace. This was like their big new movie to be like this is the kickstart
See
of
this?
the franchise.
Terry
And
Styles.
now that it's failing, I'm a little like, well, shit, what are they gonna do now? You know what I mean? Like
I don't
they're
know. I haven't
think,
seen.
I think they're on the tail end of.
It could be.
They hit the peak of the roller coaster with Endgame, and now I think they're on their way down.
I think people are just oversaturated with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I've
they're
I've
dying.
I've long said like it's about time we get like a bad Marvel thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this movie yet, so I can't make a
Yeah.
proper judgment of it.
Yep.
But the fact that it is,
scenes in the
oh,
Who's gay?
I just hate that
Who's
the
gay?
fact that like,
I think it's. I could be wrong. I think that character, which is
On the end?
left.
Oh.
Go to the character you were pointing.
movie.
This one?
Yeah.
Left. Yes.
Him?
You fucking went all the way over
I thought you
there.
meant the left end.
No.
I thought you meant the left side.
Like
I
gay
li-
for who though? Like a normal.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
It'll be really funny if they're like Marvel's first gay character, and it's like how they said it was Marvel's first
Look
gay
at-
character in Endgame when he just said, "My boyfriend died,"
You
and
think
they're
they
like, "That's your
boosted the-
representation."
Do you see
Yeah.
this? They boosted the like brightness and like the saturation in this photo.
Like,
See, that
'Cause
looks
they're like-
good.
they're like, oh, I
that
can't
looks like
see it.
trash. That
I can't
looks
see
good.
nothing in it.
yeah. It's like I can't see the
Trash. Good.
fucking colors.
It's
Anyways.
almost like it's a comic book movie and it should be colorful.
Yeah, maybe.
Mhm.
Who'd have thunk?
Jesus.
Anyways, I can't make a proper judgment until
Yeah.
we see it,
Yeah.
but you know, it speaks volumes. All right, next bit of news here. Ice Cube,
Oh, I heard this.
legend
news.
of the West Coast rap scene,
I didn't hear this. What's wrong?
has rejected a 9 million. I don't like the way this has been framed in the media.
Okay.
Like they go, he rejects a $9 million paycheck because he doesn't want to get a vaccine. I just don't like the way.
Oh, I didn't see headlines like that.
Yeah.
I did see things being like, Ice Cube pulls out of movie after declining getting a vaccine.
Yeah,
What,
It's-
what movie? Yeah.
Jack Black's new movie. Mm.
Jack Black is making a
Yeah,
movie?
it's called like Oh Hell No or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ice Cube was literally like, oh hell no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
straight up.
There's literally an article that
Yeah.
that opens like that.
That's hilarious.
Where it goes-
You could be a journalist.
Yeah.
Christina.
Get on
Hey,
it, Maya.
Christina.
Yeah. But you know, it's big news, so it's like, yeah, let's gotta talk about it here. I do want to say, I'm not entirely mad with Ice Cube because
What's his reasoning?
he's not I'm pretty sure he's not like an anti-vax like the anti-vax you think.
He's just an anti this vaccine.
He's just vaccine hesitant.
That I can
You know,
understand,
'cause
especially
he-
with this particular vaccine
Yeah.
and all this shit that's been going around, and you don't know what's true and what's not true sometimes. Like I totally get it.
Yeah.
That I understand.
Also, the black community with vaccines in general
Yeah.
Yeah.
have had a
Yeah.
Because there's been a history of, you know,
oh
getting
yeah.
fucked over.
yeah,
Totally
look
get
up the
it.
Tuskegee experiments if you have,
Bro.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
That, yeah.
shit is bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
So I get it.
yeah.
I'm not mad at him for it.
No.
I
And
get
then
it. That's just
it's
blows.
this is also like it comes internally. Like someone
Mm-hmm.
went, "Can you believe this?" Like someone that was working on that movie, but it's like
Oh.
he wasn't making a big fuss out of it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just went, I don't want to be in
I'm
it because
good,
I don't
I'm
want to
good.
get vaccinated.
Okay, yeah, and then someone else on the set was like, "Hey, guess what?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to state that
I can respect.
he donated masks, like a lot of masks, to like a college in Oakland,
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
and then he also released like a bunch of merch of like him with like a mask on and other stuff, and then he donated the profits of that merch to like frontline
Proceeds.
Like before
the proceeds
this? Like
before all this, like back when it was like
Okay,
peak
yeah, for
COVID.
sure.
Yeah.
like
yeah.
he donated the proceeds to fucking.
So he's not one of the ones who are just vaccine hesitant, just like, I'm not gonna wear my mask.
Yeah.
Like he's like, listen, I just don't want I don't
Yeah.
want that shit in my body.
I was
period.
sad when I saw the video title for it, but then in my head I went, Ice Cube is like a cool dude. Like he's
He
like
really
a nice
is.
guy. Not to
Yeah.
no pun intended. But I was like, just like he's like a nice. He seems like a nice enough guy, and he's like not
Yeah.
like a weird fucko about stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's probably got a reason for why he's not.
Yeah,
I
and he's also not one of those dudes who like indulges in it. He's like,
Yeah.
if someone's saying these articles, they're saying this shit about me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just moving on.
He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah, he's not going on set and being like,
This
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
this is
You know.
stupid. Hey,
Okay. Yeah.
Flipping tables like Jesus.
yeah, let's
Yeah.
not get the vaccine.
Nice.
Am I right?
Okay.
He was just like, I'm not gonna get it.
I'm not going to participate in this movie because one of the mandates is you have to get vaccinated, and I'm not doing
gonna
it.
do that.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Thank you."
Thank you for the offer, probably.
Right. Yeah. He probably said, "Thank you. No hard feelings against you. Just the vaccine." They probably said, "Oh, no problem, dude."
Sorry, Jack.
And then,
not doing it.
and then they
I'm not
probably
doing
had a dinner later that week.
Yeah. Some people were like, "Are you guys really upset that the guy who made an album called Lethal Injection is not getting the vaccine?"
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
Or America's Most Wanted, but the cut is 3 Ks. America.
Oh, got it. Oh,
The pause, the silence in the room.
Yeah.
America.
the look on your face as you were like, beep boop, beep
I was trying
Yeah.
to think what it meant.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I didn't know where the 3Ks went.
I said where they went.
Yeah,
I went-
after.
instead of the cut, it's the 3 Ks.
It's like a loading time in my head.
Any other news?
Yeah, hold
You
on.
got it, bud.
I haven't
He
memorized.
said you memorized.
Well, yeah, I did. But then I didn't.
And then we got into the.
we got
into the
distracted.
sauce.
Hold
Yeah.
on, guys.
What?
Look at this picture of me with the mustache.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Wait, let me see it. I didn't get to see it long enough.
Noise.
I look like someone's dad.
You
Noise.
do. Why does that look so natural? What do you use?
A filter.
Use it on me.
Take the picture. Take the picture. Did it take the picture?
Yeah.
I took it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mustache on me.
Yeah.
Why does it smooth your face?
I think it.
Because it's just Instagram.
Yeah.
The
Anyways.
publicity.
Last bit of news here.
Hit me.
Kevin Feige.
Shut the fuck up.
He's
Another?
saying, yeah, I forgot it was another Marvel thing. He's saying, look, I know you guys are excited for Spider-Man No Way Home. Maybe quell your expectations. Maybe
Well,
get
to-
ready.
To be fair, it
I
kind of
bet
makes
you
sense.
Tobey Maguire is not going to be there and people are going to actually riot in the streets.
Yeah.
Because I bet he's like, guys, stop hype, stop it.
Yeah. Andrew, stop saying that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there the thing with
Wow.
like the leaked footage that
Yeah.
came out of
Wasn't
him
it-
on set? But
Wait,
then
wasn't Andrew Garfield the one that was confirmed to actually be in the movie? Or no, are none of
That
the
was
other
the-
Spider-Men confirmed?
I
that was
think-
the leaked footage where people were like, I watched the whole video on this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's footage like on set
Mm-hmm.
of like Andrew Garfield in his Spidey suit,
Yeah.
like hanging on, like talking to like a PA or something, or like talking to like someone off screen, and it's like literally like unedited footage where like the green screens and all stuff behind him,
Yeah.
and but people are like, that's deep faked.
Yeah.
But then literally I watched this video where they were like, it's not deep faked.
Because you
but-
need for it to be a deep fake, you need like something beforehand, and it's like this doesn't make sense with the way.
It just
They
it
gave
looks
an
too good
Yeah,
to be a deep fake.
they gave an explanation why, and they're like that explanation doesn't line up with how deep fakes work.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
so they are pretty sure that it could just be footage, like other footage that they've comped to look real. But then Andrew Garfield is like, no, it's fake. He's like,
Yeah.
that's not real.
But it's also like fucking remember when WandaVision was coming out? Fucking Paul Bettany was going, gonna be a surprise cameo. For weeks he was going, there's gonna be a surprise cameo, and the surprise cameo was just him. He just gets to act in a scene with him. Remember? Because there's 2 visions at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have been that Quicksilver was there with the fucking Evan Peters.
No, and then it's like you hype people up.
Why are these actors so
for
dumb?
no reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't.
And that show didn't need all the hype. You know what I mean? Like that show was good on its own. You didn't need to be like.
Yeah, and so like now I think now they're being
weird.
like more cautious. They're like, look.
Yeah.
Maybe get ready to be disappointed. All right, like don't, because nobody's gone out and said Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like this is your thoughts. You're thinking that, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
that like.
And maybe they are in this movie, right? But like maybe they don't have a big role.
Maybe it's like a little cameo.
Maybe it's a
Maybe
fucking
it's
like
the end credit scene.
maybe it's the end credit scene.
Yeah.
You know, it's like quell your expectations. Like
Yeah.
watch the movie first before you fucking decide it's
Yeah.
gonna be this, this, and this.
To be fair, like studios kind of do it to themselves though, because they want to drum up buzz about movies.
They do.
But then it also leads to people making up their own theories that will get them too excited.
And also, I'm wondering what they were expecting us to think when they're like, the dimensions are going to cross over and we are going to get Doc Ock and the Green Goblin. Did they expect us not to go? Does that mean Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be here? Because if not, it's not going to make any goddamn sense.
And
You know what I mean? Like...
And I think that was the healthy speculation of it. They're like, we don't mind if they have like these little ideas that they have about it. That's fine. But I think it's gotten to a point where it's like, fuck, we're getting like people are hounding on us.
And people are literally like, if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in this movie, we are going to like riot in the streets. And I think that's where they're like, well, hold on, buddy.
Can you pay attention?
I am not.
What are y'all laughing at?
I caught.
Taking my
I
selfie.
caught Maya taking a selfie and she got embarrassed and
Pay attention.
That
school all
marker you
over
threw
again.
at him hit me.
Yeah, you dick.
It bounced off him. It was his fault because he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's true.
You're the one that threw it.
You were the dick first, so...
Nope.
Okay.
But yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Any more
That's-
news?
And also, there's a... Before we move on.
Okay.
People are like disliking every single Sony video because they still haven't gotten a new trailer for Spider-Man. It's like,
Whoa.
you got one already.
Spider-Man stands are a little nuts. They're like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, they're kind of like the Disney adults, you know what I mean? Like, they're just a little... They're just a
No,
little too crazy.
Disney adults are a special kind of...
Let's go Disney hopping or whatever it's called. What is it when they like dress up as the character but like not really? Disney bounding. Disney bounding.
Yeah.
They have a special name for that?
Yeah, it's called Disney bounding.
That's crazy.
Spider bands, don't way home.
Anyway, yeah, that's it. Moving
Wow.
on, main topic. This is it.
Wait,
Okay.
is this the trailer that they recently got?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
not
2
seen
months
this.
ago.
Yeah. I'm moving on though.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to see the like dislike ratio.
That
So
that
like-
like dislike ratio will be fine.
That's normal, yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see like
Other things are not.
Don't Breathe 2 vignette,
Yeah.
9.4K dislikes.
Whoa.
Resident Evil, 9.5K
No,
dislikes.
damn it. And I'm really excited for that Resident Evil movie.
11K dislike. Wow, you're right. They are just
Wow.
dislike bombing everything.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
I'm moving on now.
Okay.
You can close this arc.
What's his name?
You can close this arc. You
Josh
can
Duhamel?
move on.
Josh Duhamel?
You'll never figure it out. Move on.
Josh Duhamel.
Yes.
I don't know. I
Yes.
didn't see who it was.
Okay, we're moving on.
Josh Duhamel.
Oh my
God
god, now he's
damn
looking at
it.
fucking Josh
It
Duhamel.
was not Josh Duhamel.
Yeah, I just said yes to appease you so we could move on.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Well, can you blame her? Sometimes you gotta do these things.
I had a train of thought, and I wanted to see it through.
Anyways, Halloween Kills.
Anyways, yeah, main
Are we
topic.
on that
time.
now?
Yes!
Bro, we're 20 minutes. That's the reason why I'm asking is we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop yelling at me. Hold on. Stop it. I'm a human being, okay? I have emotions. Stop it.
Yeah, I said from the get-go, it was just, we're gonna talk about
This
this
is
from...
short.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna, because I'm gonna talk about this ad nauseum.
Yeah, this is going to be a long discussion.
nauseous.
Yeah.
So shall we start with just a play-by-play of what we can remember of the plot that wasn't bullshit?
It started and it ended.
Yeah.
You said not bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
beginning was bullshit.
Man, this movie was bad. It's a cute picture. It's a really cute picture.
Yeah.
Did you
When
read
it's
the
wet?
caption?
Go ahead. Yell at Maya for derailing the podcast. Go ahead. Yell at Maya for derailing the
Yeah,
podcast.
Maya, stop
Anyway,
derailing.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
I'm not
thought
mad
it-
at you.
I thought it was a cute
Double
picture.
standards.
Wait,
Double
I need to
standards.
talk to
It's
the
just 'cause it's funny.
audience.
Why? Why are
It's
you gonna talk to
mean.
the audience?
I'm
No,
gonna
it
tell
is.
them my
It's
It's
funny.
mean.
No, it's
No.
funny.
It's mean.
Okay.
I get to be ADHD with you
Yeah,
every
sorry.
other day of the week. Let me have this.
No being mean to me for fun. Okay?
It is fun.
It is fun.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Arik.
Thank you.
I'm not
Welcome.
apologizing.
You're getting it later.
I don't care.
In the butt.
Oh my god.
I don't care.
You're getting in the butt.
I
So,
posted it.
speaking of getting in the butt, the best part of
Ooh.
Halloween Kills was the gays.
The gays were
The
definitely
gays were the best part. Big
Yeah,
John and
hold
Little
on.
John.
Play by play
I
first.
miss the Johns.
Okay.
We're doing play by play first.
So first, the flashback to 1978. Boring.
Yeah, this movie opens with a
A
flashback
long one.
Boring.
that just goes.
Yeah.
And just added stuff. I feel like they added it unnecessarily to the original lore because they added like, oh,
Well,
Sheriff, whatever his name is, actually killed his partner, and then they covered it up, and that's what they added to
Well, they didn't even
give him some
yeah.
extra spice. But he didn't need extra spice. He
Yeah.
fucking
He
saw
was-
Michael Myers, like, and he almost died.
Yeah,
Like, I think we get it.
yeah. They literally found him on the floor, bleeding.
Yeah.
You didn't
from
need
his
that.
neck. Like, he didn't need the extra spice, man.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an extended cut with a new ending, apparently.
What the hell? I can't take any more of this movie. I can't take any more.
Hold
of
on,
this
don't stop
movie.
moving. Stop moving. Stop. Go up. There's
I'm
quotes.
looking- I'm trying to look
There's
for-
quotes.
I'm trying to look for something. I'm trying to look to see if there's a runtime on the extended cut.
Go. I need the quotes. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like I think it was cool in his own way of watching a one-off movie, but knowing where we were going to go, in a year, it wasn't the right look in the eye that we needed to give the audience. Thanks.
At least
I-
they knew they fucked up.
Well, there's just like the other ending we had didn't end right to where we're gonna pick up the next one. So
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
And the last one's Halloween Ends.
yeah,
When is that coming out? Do we know?
Probably next year.
probably next year.
Next Halloween?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they've been coming out every.
We gotta wait a whole year.
We waited a whole year for this one.
We would more because of COVID.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
That's also
That
true.
is very true.
Because the first one came out 2018.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot
It's
that.
2021 now.
Damn. Time flies
Yeah.
when you're in quarantine, huh?
It does.
Yeah, they were probably working on it like on 19, and then
Yeah.
they're like, we're gonna release it in 20.
Yep, and then 20 hit, and they said, just kidding.
Yeah.
But
One
yeah,
it
anyways.
only has one additional scene that didn't make it into the theatrical cut.
Well, then what the hell? What the hell?
And he says, and that's what's going to change.
Anyways, let's keep going with this play by play.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then the
So-
intro happens, and there's a bunch
Then
of
the intro
pumpkins on fire. Cool.
And then after that, we
Cut to a bar.
no, I think before that, the douchebag boyfriend finds the cop on the ground.
Flashback. That's the intro. And then
Oh, that's right, that happened,
Yeah.
and then the flashback. Okay, got you.
and then the
This
shitty
movie
bar.
is
It's a fucking
it's a
mess.
mess.
I
It's
fucking
bad.
hate
it's a
this
mess.
movie.
It's a bad movie.
I am disappointed with this movie.
It's a bad. I was
so much.
in love with Halloween, and this movie like took that love and like stabbed it through the banister like it did Allison's boyfriend.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
yeah, definitely did.
That's how I feel.
Let's just trudge through this fucking playthrough
Okay.
so we could get
So,
through our
anyways,
opinions.
then we do come up to the bar. It's a bunch of survivors from the first 1978, including one they just shoehorned in just for shits and giggles to pad up that intro.
Yeah, crazy dude who just talks to himself the whole movie.
Literally
Yeah,
the
that
whole
was-
and has a bat
Ugh.
named Old Huckleberry.
It's
for
not
some
his bat.
reason.
It's not
It's
his
not
bat.
his
It was
bat.
The
bar-
bar's
it's
bat.
the barkeeper's
He-
bat.
And
He
it's
stole
named,
that.
And it's named Old Huckleberry for some reason, and I don't remember
He
what.
liked the
It was a
book.
one-off line where it's like, Huckleberry, and then that was it.
I don't
And
even
then
remember
the
that.
camera like focused on Old Huckleberry so
did.
much. It's like they wanted it to be the icon of this franchise is Old Huckleberry, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't.
It's just
good.
a baseball
It's just
bat.
a fucking
I
baseball
only
bat.
saw the the picture of
I
the
also-
barkeeper,
I-
and I was
Yeah.
like, why'd they focus on the picture of the barkeeper? And then
Yeah.
he grabs the bat next to him, and I went, oh, there's a bat there.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
My eye was tricked into looking into the
And a
framed
lot-
picture of the barkeep.
Yeah.
By the
Well,
way,
yeah, because all the shots were met. I've lost track of how many times in this movie I went, that was a bad shot.
yeah.
Like,
There's a
the
lot.
framing in this movie was so messy.
Or weird.
The
zooms.
all the takes were one takes. The framing was messy. It was just not.
Characters just staring off in
Line
distances.
delivery.
Our main
That don't make
characters had a grand total of like 8 minutes in the whole. All the main characters.
Yeah.
The mom, Jamie Lee Curtis, the daughter. All of them had a grand total of like 8 minutes in this
Bro,
movie.
we focus on those shitty, dumb side characters way too long.
Except
Yeah.
for the gays.
The mob.
The
We
gays
focus on the
should-
mob.
Yeah, the mob. It took
Why?
up, like the last
Why?
30 minutes of the
It's.
movie.
I guess they were trying to build up like for the final scene of the movie,
It didn't work.
but it didn't work good. It just was not
No.
a good build up.
Hold on,
It sucked.
we're hopping around. We gotta do this play by
Okay,
play.
sorry. So they go to the bar, and then we meet the nurse and the doctor. You thought the nurse and the doctor was the man and the woman. Just kidding. The doctor is the woman, and the
man
nurse is the
nurse.
man.
Yeah.
Misogyny. And so then, anyways, we get...
Well, hold on. Flip reverse gender roles is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
You would
I don't know.
normally think it's the doctor.
They
The
made you
the doctor.
a
Right,
misogynist.
because of misogyny.
Yeah.
That's why I just threw that out there.
They made you a misogynist.
Yeah.
Anyways.
For thinking that.
For
Mhm.
thinking
Are you
that.
proud of yourself?
Yep.
Are you proud of yourself for
Suck on those eggs.
enduring on those gender norms?
Suck on those eggs.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like a idiot. That woman.
We'll get to that. We'll
anyways-
get to that.
So, anyways, they're in the bar, and then they get the news that Michael Myers has been murdering people, because this is only, like, literally 20 minutes from the house fire, right? So, this is all still fresh and happening, and they all hear it, and there's all these survivors from the 1978 thing, and they hear, and so they all went, there's only one option, form an angry mob and go and find him. And that's what they do. So then the nurse and the doctor leave the bar, get into their car. Some bitch is in their backseat. The nurse, the lady who's in the nurse costume, who's the doctor. It's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even hear what you got.
My walk away.
Yeah. She goes to the car. Someone's in the backseat. Flips out.
And they
gets
say
out of
it's
the
Michael
car.
Myers.
And they say it's without even seeing him. They say it's Michael.
It's Michael.
Myers.
It's Michael.
Fuck.
Mob
Plot-
justice.
Plot twist. It's not.
Yeah.
Surprise,
And you know it's not.
You know it's not.
Yeah.
Some fucking
Yeah.
So anyways,
insane asylum man.
Anyways, after
so
that,
then-
we find out how Michael survived the fire from the last one.
it's because Laurie Strode's own gun safety locker device
Was fireproof.
was fireproof.
How
And
a
so
6-year-old
then-
brain know that?
Huh?
How a 6-year-old brain know that?
A 6-year-old brain?
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
He has
She's
a-
6.
No,
Oh.
he has a mind of a 6-year-old.
He's a parent. We'll get to that.
He has the mind of a 6-year-old. Though,
He's
as they've constantly said.
He's
Well-
literally actually the boogeyman. I don't think he has the mind of.
I think
he's
he-
an omnipotent being. He's
Yeah.
an eldritch god at this point.
But he missed that woman at the bridge.
Somehow.
But
I think he goes.
I
I
don't
could
care.
just hide in this.
Yeah.
This is a place I can
he's
hide
just
in.
like easy peasy.
Yeah. Well, he knows how to drive. Also, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has the mind of like
yeah,
he's
I
just
think
been.
you're
But they
incorrect.
Listen-
but they keep saying that he has the mind of a 6-year-old.
Who says
Yeah,
that?
but
They
they're
say that constantly. The sheriff says it constantly.
I don't.
The old sheriff
I
says
did
it.
not hear him
Yeah.
say that
The
once.
old sheriff constantly goes, "Yeah, he has the mind of a 6-year-old with the body of
No.
something.
In these
something of a
movies?
beast."
In these movies?
Yeah, he said he has like the body of a beast or something, or the strength of a beast, the body of a man, but the mind of a 6-year-old.
I went to the
I-
restroom for a bit, so
I sat through the whole movie. I do not recall that.
yeah.
But I might have been
I'm-
screaming about something
I'm
because the whole
almost
movie
quoting
was
it
bad.
verbatim.
I believe it's in there, but I don't think he said it repeatedly because he said it repeatedly.
He said it when he was in
would've heard
the hospital bed talking to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Well, that guy's also wrong.
he's very. He's
Yeah.
wrong
I mean,
about literally.
They were doing an
fucking
expose
everything.
dump in that
Yeah.
moment. So.
Girl, you so crazy.
You so crazy.
You so crazy.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Stupid.
After he
So
said that, I
stupid.
refuse to believe anything that man
That
says.
man was half senile
Look,
already.
Michael Myers knows how to drive. I don't know how he knows how to drive, but he knows how to
He knows how
drive.
to drive.
He knows how to
Anyways,
drive well. Also,
Yeah,
But he-
decent. He's a
yeah.
decent driver.
because in the
When did
first
he do
movie, he drives from the escaped asylum all the way to his hometown.
Oh, he does. To be fair, it's like small, like country bumpkin roads. It's not like
You could
city
still
road-
get fucked on.
No,
those
I
at
know,
night.
but it's not like stressful driving like in LA traffic or whatever.
No.
It's just drive on a
Michael
dirt
Myers
road.
Also, we
road
see him
rage,
driving
am
in
I
the city
right?
in the first one. Like we see him
Which
drive
one?
around his town.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you're right. He
Yes,
goes
we
to
do.
like that gas station and
Yep.
murders a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
And then drives away. Yeah. Anyways, back to the play-by-play.
So I guess I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Who cares?
Anyways, so back to that. We go back to Laurie Strode. She's getting stitched up in the hospital. And the wife the mom, I'm sorry, Karen, just is like, my husband's dead. And that's a lot of, like, the delivery from a lot of people from this movie is they're just like, that happens. And some of the lines are delivered like, and he is dead, like, first takes.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
A lot of them.
It does feel like...
not feel like they spent a lot of effort going, can we do a retake on that?
Yeah.
Or even then, like, they weren't like, this is your motivation.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one. It's the same guy.
It feels like a totally different movie.
But it's the same guy.
Same guy.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy?
So complete, like, even down to the shots and the way the movie looks.
I feel like he wasn't on set for this one.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it felt. That's
to
how
give
it
him
felt.
credit, it could also come from the fact that they had to go away because of COVID and then come back.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But that could just be like an excuse at this point.
Like COVID set restrictions, right? Could have taken a factor.
Yeah, but like again, there's also things where it's like in editing, it's like you're telling me you just took that one take, you didn't do another one.
Yeah. Jeez. Anyways, Laurie Strode is getting stitched up. She comes out of surgery. They elect to not tell her that Michael Myers is still alive. They're like, yeah, he's dead. And she's like, I can rest in peace now. I'm going to relax in this hospital bed. I'm just going to chill.
Yeah, they don't want to tell her.
Flirt with my
right, and then we
take a past fling.
And then we take a 40-minute break from all of that.
Yeah.
To other bullshit that doesn't matter. Except for the gays. I think at this point is when we meet the gays.
Again, the best part of the movie.
Big John and Little John.
Yeah.
They live in Michael Myers'
That was when you took when you stepped away, I think.
No, but I was there when the gays were established.
We're being killed though.
No, I was there.
There was one
we were
gays
all
scene
so
where
there was the scenes
there
where
was just one gay scene where they were just like cuddling on the couch or whatever, and then they cut away again, and you're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I was not there for the scenes where like their relationship was clearly established.
Got it.
Like well, I was there for the establishment of them.
Right.
I was not there for like the
They're
endearing of that.
Yeah. They were that was honestly the best side characters of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, but the fucking thing that sucks is like, there's too many side characters in this movie.
There are nothing but side characters in this
The
movie.
main characters of the movie
take a back seat.
Are
literally.
Yeah.
Literally, the daughter.
She's sitting in the back seat.
It says 2 lines the whole time. Because turns out her boyfriend's dad is Lonnie, one of the survivors they shoehorned into this movie just for shits and giggles and for time padding, probably. He's Cameron's dad. So they're all like, let's go revenge kill a bitch. So that's what they're off doing. She leaves the hospital. We meet the gays. And then the car of the other survivors and the nurse and the doctor are all like, we're going to go revenge mob justice him as well, but in this different area.
Exactly.
And they all fucking die.
They do die.
Except for...
MILF?
Oh, except for the MILF.
Did she die eventually? Or no?
No, she just
she's in the hospital.
Yeah.
And then we never see her again.
Yeah, nope. There's no resolution.
They literally
for her
spent
in
30 minutes on her character and went...
I bet she's gonna pop up in the next one and die in that one trying to kill
I hope not.
Michael.
Oh, I just remembered the ending of the movie when you said that, and I'm like... bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, I'd like to say at this point I called the boyfriend is going to die and he's going to choke on his own blood.
And you were half right.
That. No, I was right. He died and he choked on his own blood.
Wait.
Like he wasn't bleeding out of his mouth.
No, he got stabbed through I swear to God. No, we could see it again. He was bleeding through his mouth because Michael Myers took the banister thing.
And bonked him up, and then hit him down.
Yeah, where the thing was sticking up and it got right into his esophagus. There's a lot of esophagus play in this movie.
A lot of throw play.
Did it with the old guy. Did it with the old guy. Hit him in the window and then slammed him in the thing.
And the woman, and then literally everybody he got right in the esophagus in this movie.
The lady with the halogen tube.
Oh, we forgot to mention the part where he murdered 12 firefighters. I skipped over that part.
He murdered
pretty
12
cool. Firefighters.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's just paramount to how this movie's fucking...
I mean, it was cool murders.
Yeah.
when he killed the firefighters.
Was it though?
When he killed the firefighters.
It was pretty
Well,
cool.
with the firefighters, then the whole rest of the time was like a little lackluster. Until the
Some
end.
of the cools were pretty kill.
Whoa. You good?
Some of the cools were pretty kill. Some of the kills were pretty cool.
I for the most part, there was not one where I went, kind
Nah.
of bullshit. That was like an.
The one
No,
with the dad.
the one with the fluorescent light bulb.
That wasn't. It was.
bullshit.
It's
It was-
illogical.
It wasn't. It was unrealistic, but it
Yeah.
Which
wasn't.
made it bullshit. I
Yeah.
was like, come on.
But it's
I can't
pretty
believe
cool that he
it.
shoved a light tube in someone's throat.
Yeah. I think probably the least cool one was the dad because we didn't see him die. We
Just
just
died off screen.
crammed
That
up
is
in a
true.
no.
In an attic.
The last kill of the movie's bullshit.
The last kill of the movie, it was edited terribly.
Yeah, it
Shot
was stupid.
terribly.
Yeah.
Executed terribly. Got off.
How did he get past all those people and climb up the stairs?
Including
I don't know.
her fucking daughter.
We killed
Anyways.
them all.
So,
Killed them all.
No. Remember,
the daughter is sitting
there was
on
the
the
ambulances
doorstep.
and shit
Yeah.
in front.
I drove away.
Oh my
Yeah, they all went away.
Anyways. Anywho.
Fuck me. Hold on.
So the
No,
next
no,
step
no.
after we meet the gays is we meet some other random elderly couple.
Mob justice bullshit.
Mob justice again.
Well, no. First the interracial couple dies. And then we go to the mob justice bullshit where everyone finds out Michael Myers is actually still alive.
And so they go
including
around-
Laurie Strode.
And they go around town being like, "Hey, come on, everybody, let's go. We gotta."
And so they
we
all
gotta-
meet at the hospital because everyone is like, I'm so important. Well,
Everybody-
Laurie Strode and then the sheriff think I'm so important that he's coming to get me in this hospital right now because he knows where I
Yeah.
am. So
But that's
their
not
thinking.
true at all. He
Not
does
even
not
a
care
little
about
bit.
them. Yeah.
He does not give two shits about them.
Yeah.
But we find that out later.
Yeah.
So anyways, everyone is freaking out in the hospital. The person who was in the back of the car resurfaces in the hospital. It's another escaped mental patient.
Just
who
a
got
just a
out.
mentally ill
Just a
person.
mentally ill
yeah.
person who was wrong place, wrong time, having a
Yeah.
really bad day.
Yeah. Who looks? Hold on. This
Nothing
is some
like
bullshit.
Michael Myers.
Where if this was, I hate to do hindsight's 2020 bullshit. Where it's like, if that was me making this movie, it'd be different.
Yeah.
But if it was me in this movie making
They look
this,
similar at least.
I'd make them look similar.
Not
Have
a
a-
short,
now have-
fat old man.
Yeah.
In white, in all white,
all white
still,
clothes?
he's
Yeah.
still in his mental patient garb.
Yeah.
While Michael Myers has his mask,
And
his
they're like-
jumpsuit, and he's 6'9".
Yeah, he's tall as shit.
He's tall as shit.
This dude, 5'5",
Could have been the Penguin from
could have
Batman.
been the fucking
He was
Penguin.
like 5 feet flat.
Yeah, straight up.
Everybody else was taller than him.
Yeah.
It's like, does this look like Michael Myers to you?
Seriously.
You guys are haunted by him. Every
And
day
you're
you wake
evil.
up shaking in fear, like, oh, he's gonna get me. But when
And they've seen him. They've all seen him.
they've all seen him.
They all have. They
Please.
all have looked him in the eyes and been like, "You're Michael fucking Myers," and they're like, "That's Michael Myers." And this man is like, "No, no." So this poor man is running through the hospital trying to avoid this mob, while Laurie Strode gets fucking taken out again, and she has to go back into surgery again, and everyone is getting trampled, and everyone is getting beaten, and it's just a bad time all around.
Some doctors shove her down.
for real.
Shove fucking Karen to the floor
While
and then trip
Karen is
over
like,
her.
"That's
They
not
fall down the
Mike,"
stairs.
and then they fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
And so that this is literally like 40 minutes of the movie too. Like it's just this whole sequence is like 40 minutes
This
of the movie.
shit took fucking forever.
It took
The
ages.
pacing of this movie is so off.
And their message was like beating you over the head worse than
Literally,
Michael Myers himself would have.
any
Like, every
line-
sentence they're like,
Any line that came from Jamie Lee Curtis, who again
we love.
we love, Oscar caliber.
Yeah.
She's
and believe it or not, she got the best lines out of the whole
she is the
movie.
goat. She's the goat.
She is.
She's the original
She
scream
got
queen.
fucked
Go
in this
at.
movie, dude.
All of her lines were literally the message of the movie that was
Yes.
being
Yeah.
conveyed.
Yep.
Like very direct.
It was like I was
Literally,
like-
stop, look at the audience, turn down the lights, so it's like an internal monologue. It's like
seriously.
it looked like a theater play some
It
of these
really
goddamn
did.
times.
It really did, man.
It was goddamn bullshit.
And then,
You're so crazy.
We'll
You're
get
so
to.
crazy.
Anyways, we find out that
Anyways.
she fell in love with the goddamn sheriff
A long time ago.
who
Apparently they had a
caught
whole
Michael
ass
Myers the first
relationship.
time.
They had a whole ass relationship because she's like, you kissed me and we held hands, and it's like, fucking when? When did that?
Yeah.
When did
That would have been nice to establish in the previous movie.
Yeah.
What, instead
Or
of
maybe
doing
in
the
the intro
flash,
scene.
instead of adding and shoehorning in this weird subplot where he killed his partner, maybe we should have actually established that they were like in love or some shit. But
Yo,
I mean,
there it is.
whatever.
Such a long scene.
Or
Yeah.
maybe also established who Karen's dad is too, because what if he's Karen's dad? That'd be some tea. I want to see that, but no, we
Hold on.
had to see the cop get shot.
Here's how it is. All right.
Okay.
I love you. I love you deeply, and I've always loved you. You so crazy.
You're so crazy.
That's how the character responds to a person. Lori is literally telling him, "I
Dying.
love you."
She's
Was he
possibly dying. She
the
thinks
only-
she is going to die.
The
And
only
she's
thought
like,
I have that could be an answer for that is, was he on like laughing gas or something?
Or like some
Like,
strong ass painkiller.
Yeah, or he's like,
he didn't act like it the rest of the
The
scene,
most of the
though.
times he was fine. It
Yeah.
was just this
It was
one.
just that one line.
maybe he went method for that one scene, and the actor went, "Pull me full of laughing gas, doc."
Yeah. What,
Or
laughing
director.
How many times do you go to the
Are
doctor
you
and
from
get
the
laughing
1950s?
gas?
Are you from the 1950s?
They don't use it anymore. What do they use?
I'm pretty sure they use it, but like
Lidocaine.
you use that
Fucking
before you go into
morphine.
surgery.
Morphine, dude.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like pushing the morphine button.
You so crazy.
You're so crazy.
crazy.
It's not even you're so crazy, which
You
would have
so
been
crazy.
which
And
would
he
have
says
changed
it
the
exactly
pacing.
like that. He said, "You're so crazy."
He's so crazy.
He
You
says
so
it
crazy.
exactly like that.
It's supposed to be like cute and endearing,
Yeah.
It's
but it
not.
isn't.
It comes
It's
off
not.
it's like way off of what the
funniest-
genre of the movie is.
Yeah.
I laughed way too many times during
It's
this
like
movie.
what fucking movie is this?
Seriously.
And we're just gonna fast track through this shit now.
Anyway, so then we go through and then
They
the
kill an
mob
innocent
justice-
man.
No, he kills
No, he kills-
himself
well,
because
because of
Karen was like, you know what's a smart idea? Locking
Lock
him in a room and setting him up to be like a fish in a barrel. So he thinks his only way out is to jump out of the fucking hospital. He does.
She's
It's
like,
gross and sad.
no one will die while I'm here.
And then they
I'll
fucking
say-
die.
I'll
Oh,
save
stop,
you.
stop, don't kill him.
And
He's
no,
innocent.
hold on.
It's not him.
And then he
it is.
killed himself.
And then he jumps off, and then the character that was in that first floor with them
Yep.
teleports all the way down next
Yep.
to him and goes,
It wasn't
"Where are
him.
the monsters now?
Yeah, seriously.
Where are the monsters now?"
By the way, he's the one who talks to himself the entire movie.
No,
Like,
it's not. It's the fat
No?
old sheriff.
Oh, that's
The fat
right.
old sheriff
yes,
does, yeah.
that's right. That's
Where are
right.
the monsters now?
He dies, right?
I think he dies in the kerfuffle at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah. Anyways, so then after that, we finally take a break from the mob justice and we jump back to the daughter and all their bullshit. And they finally figure out he doesn't give a shit about any person. He just wants to go home.
He
And
just
everyone's
wants to
like,
go home and
"Duh."
stare at his window.
Cut back
But-
to the gays. The gays get
But that's not
murdered.
true.
Big John and Little John get murdered. It's very sad.
It's tragic.
Who made the house better?
The house was
They-
beautiful. They queer-eyed the shit out of
That
it.
house looked fucking on
That
point.
house was amazing.
It was wonderful.
The
I wish
paint,
the movie took
the
place
decor.
in just that house and just about the gays.
they had a wonderful closet at the end of their hallway. It's
It's a
such.
big closet.
It was like the size of the hallway.
It was wonderful.
It was beautiful.
It was really
It was
wonderful.
brilliant. Oh,
And what?
the door scared me.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Ah.
There's more
Anyways,
scares than the whole movie.
Michael Myers sets it up real cute though because like there's a wedding picture with the one laying in the other's lap, and then sets it up the same way underneath him when they're both dead, and then plays a nice record. It's
You know-
very lovely.
You know,
it was.
That's
that-
how I would want to.
I didn't want to mention this during the movie
Uh huh.
because like I was afraid it would taint your image of it.
Okay.
There was a lot of people upset. They're like, Michael Myers is homophobic. He killed 2 gay people.
He kills kids. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He
He
didn't
kills
kill them
anybody.
because they were
He
gay.
also killed
He
an
kills them
interracial
because
couple.
they
Like,
were in his house.
And they exist.
Well, that and he's killed kids. He's killed adults. He's killed an interracial couple.
Okay.
He's killed the gays. He literally just kills whoever the
Yeah.
fuck he feels like in the moment. Like that's
Except for babies.
Except for babies. He draws the line at babies.
Famously ignores babies.
He draws the line at babies. But that's it. That's his only disqualifier. Are you a baby? I won't kill you. But
Are
everyone,
you wow?
Maybe it's
anyone
because they
from
can't
like
react.
ages 5 and
Huh?
up?
Maybe it's because a baby can't defend itself.
Maybe.
No, it's because of the fear. He's like it. He
Babies
feeds
don't
off
feel-
the fear.
Babies don't
He
feel
feeds
fear.
off the fear like it, and so if a baby can't
Oh,
get
god
scared,
damn it.
guys, we got
This
played
sucks.
into an It movie. We're in an It movie.
Anyway,
God damn it.
he kills the gays and then he's
He kills
just
the
like,
gays, and then he just hangs out in his house.
Yeah.
Is that why he acted all weird when he was trying to stab the last girl and she goes, do it. Do it.
because she didn't feel fear.
She wasn't scared.
Oh my god.
And then the mommy stabbed him with a pitchfork.
It's literally It. They're just making more It. It's like the end of It chapter 2
The
where they're
only
just
way
gonna
they can escape.
they're just gonna circle him and they're gonna be like, "You're a fucking clown. You're fucking ugly," and that's it.
to it.
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of the movie. Oh my god.
And then Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna
Oh my
die, but
God.
like ceremoniously.
Like Eddie at the end of It.
Like Jiraiya.
That's how it's gonna fucking end, guys.
Oh my god.
It's just It chapter.
I made the
2.
wonderful comparison that
It
this
chapter
is
3.
the The movie before this one, Halloween 2018,
It's not bad.
was Force Awakens. It wasn't a great movie.
Yes.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was okay. They brought back in the old characters to introduce them to a new story.
It was a cohesive plot line.
Cohesive plotline.
Shot beautifully.
Halloween Kills is the last Jedi of this franchise.
It's dookie.
Period.
It's fucking shit.
Yep.
It's like, why are we doing this? Why are any of us here?
Why are we here? Yeah.
Why?
I'm done.
Why are we not following the main character from last week? We'll get into that a little bit more.
It's the
But
Home Alone 4.
But to cap it off at the end, Michael Myers is in his childhood home, and then he gets lured out of his childhood home, and there's literally the mob surrounds him, and they beat the fuck out of him.
They literally like do killing blows.
They literally
multiple
kill him.
times.
But then everyone leaves and they're like, it's all fine and cool. And then Karen and her daughter, who's actually the main character but has only been in 8 minutes of the movie, sit on the front porch and they're like, man, can you believe we just killed Michael Myers? Then Michael Myers gets up as we do the voiceover of Laurie going, basically he's an omnipotent god and we can't kill him.
I wouldn't go as far as saying omnipotent,
No,
but he's
like,
just
that is true.
He's like a creature that just
he's the boogeyman.
He gets stronger the more he kills.
He's the
the more we feed into him.
The more fear we feed into him, the stronger he gets.
Like it.
He is the essence of evil.
Pussy,
I'm disappointed I didn't connect the dots in the what?
I think aggression.
If you call him a pussy, does he get
That's
weaker?
what I'm saying. That's the end
I
of
think
chapter
it's
2 is they go around and they're like, you're fucking
I think
lame,
it's
and then he
aggression.
dies.
Aggression and fear.
Yeah.
Like if you're aggressive towards him, I think he's like.
Wait, but why did he leave that one kid alone? The dad, remember when he was like crying on the ground?
Because he bumped into him. I don't know. Well,
because
his
house was right there.
Yeah, he was going home.
He's like, I don't have time.
I finished my quest of killing all these
done.
babysitters, so I'm gonna. They kept making it a point, and maybe like I'm too stupid to see it. Maybe this movie's too stupid to convey it. It's like the only thing he truly cares about.
He just wants to go home.
It's to go to his sister's room and stare out the window.
That's it.
And then
to not look out.
Look in. Look at his reflection.
Why?
It's like, why?
That might be
why? Fucking why?
That might be the third movie. Where
fucking why? Fucking why? Why does he care about himself?
I don't know.
Oh, and then at the end of the movie, he gets up and he beats the shit and kills everybody who beat the shit and killed him.
Gnarly.
It's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, I kind of did dig it.
I like that last scene. I like the way it's lit. I think they put all their energy into the last 30 seconds of this. Not this movie, because the last 30 seconds was actually fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like the last like couple minutes was like bad.
Except the very last.
Yeah.
Like the literal ending of it.
Yeah.
Is terrible.
Terrible.
It was like horrible, and then it got better. Like in that last like.
And then it just went right back to
that,
dog shit.
That last like not even the third act, because like the final setup.
Yeah.
Anyways, the final setup is that as he's getting up and beating the shit out of people, Laurie Strode is basically explaining that he is just this being that we feed fear into, and then
like,
he feeds off of fear.
She realizes what like he is, because everybody keeps thinking like he's a man and all this shit.
And then the guy goes, "If only we knew then what we know now."
Yeah, no
it's
shit,
like,
Sherlock.
there's cell phones. You could just call
you can call.
And then
hey, don't be scared of him.
And then Karen goes upstairs and she looks out the window because
and then she's looking at her reflection.
And then she's looking at her reflection. She wants to know what Michael Myers felt. Michael Myers appears behind her, and then in like it's edited like Psycho. Like the stabbing scene in Psycho, it's edited like that, which none of the other parts of the movie are edited like that, which is really weird. And then she fucking dies. She's dead.
Also,
like weird, like flutter cuts, like in
also,
like bullshit.
Her character was never around when they mentioned the window stuff.
No.
Yeah.
So why would she know that?
How would she know?
Why was she looking out the window?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
She saw like Child Michael up there looking out of the
Why
window.
did she see Child Michael?
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
did she see
Like,
Child Michael?
Understand.
All right, we're done with the fucking play-by-play. It's time to talk about things we liked, things we didn't like, what we would change, what would we keep. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
That's normally what it is. And this movie, we're just gonna fucking beat the fuck out of it like it's Michael Myers. Yeah. Things I didn't like. The pacing. All over the place.
Garbage.
The writing.
All over the
terrible.
The writing.
Shooting. The cinematography. The shots themselves.
There's a couple of like weird zoom-ins like that they had,
so
and
many
like
weird
zoom-outs that were like
they
couldn't have, like they didn't have the right equipment on set at the time.
And the framing on some of them, I'm like, that is a god awful looking shot. That looks so bad. that looks so bad.
They commit like a great writing sin, which is literally telling us what the message of the movie is multiple times.
Throughout
multiple
the whole 40
times.
minutes, middle of the fucking movie.
It's literally like
horrible.
It's so bad. That's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
And they introduce 30 side characters, ignore the main characters, just for all the side characters to get murdered.
Yeah. This is one of those things where I'm like, could you not get Jamie Lee Curtis for more than a couple days?
So their budget must have run out, I guess. Because, I mean, like...
I refuse to think that. This is like a big Universal movie.
Dude, I don't know what they were thinking. Either they ran out of money or they ran out of time, because...
Location.
Somehow...
If you go to IMDb, they have like the... No.
Yeah, I'll see if...
Ugh, so bad. It was so bad. I was so disappointed.
IMDb. There we go. IMDb. Where's cast? Or not cast, crew.
This is cast.
Scroll.
Produce.
Music, cinematographer.
Michael Simons.
He did the first one, too. Why is this
Editor.
such shit?
First one, Nerve.
What about the editor?
It's right here. Timothy Alverson.
Damn, they all worked on the first
Equilibrium.
movie.
And Broken Arrow.
They all worked on the first movie. The first movie was great.
Yeah.
And now the second movie is
This
shit.
is-
Like, what happened?
I really don't get.
The only differentiator is COVID. Like the COVID time. The fact that there's a 3-year gap.
But
But does
Even
that
then-
account for not being able to get shots and to just lose
I
all
don't know.
creativity, period? I don't think that accounts
Hold on.
for
We
it.
should be a little bit fair also. Maybe the people making it wanted to do it a different way, but there was something that was getting in the way of making it a different way.
That's what I'm like.
Because
What was
there
it?
was way too many shots, like how you were saying, Kayla, where
Yeah.
it's like, why are they doing it on? This feels like a first take that they
Yep.
did. That the editor just went, well, this is all I got.
They ran out of.
I'm just gonna. I gotta just use this one.
there's so many like line deliveries in this movie that's just like, what the fuck, man?
I think they either ran out of time or money, man. Somewhere something ran out, and they just could
Yeah.
not pull it together in the end. Like they took it to the editing room, and the editor said, "I don't know how to fix this, fellas."
Yeah.
And just did his best, cause something on set went wrong, man. It was just
Yeah, this was not a good movie. I don't like this movie
not,
at all.
especially like following the tail end of the first one.
You can honestly, if you look up a compilation of like the kills of this movie,
You got the best parts.
you got the best parts. It's like
even then, some of them are a little.
I'm trying to think of what's the worst. The worst kill is literally the last one.
Yeah.
Where it's a main
So
character
bad.
just getting like shittily like fake stabbed like
when
in
it doesn't
Psycho.
make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
It
It wasn't like I get that they were like, well, it's a big character.
I know
Let's give her
I
like a
said-
ceremonious death.
I know
Yeah.
I
where you don't
said
see it really.
in the middle of the movie, semi-jokingly, I bet she's gonna die at the end, and I didn't think.
I
didn't
knew
think I
one
was
of the
right.
central characters had to
one of
die.
them had to die.
I thought it was gonna be Lori for a hot minute.
She
there.
wasn't in this movie.
Wasn't
I
really. Neither was
know.
the daughter.
Neither was the fucking mom.
Karen.
Nobody was in.
That's
None of the main cast was in this movie. Period.
my big thing is this. In the first movie, and I mentioned this when we talked about the first movie, there was a moment where when the main character, the granddaughter,
Right.
Allison, meets Michael Myers for the first time, and they stop using John Carpenter's score
Beautiful.
because it stops being Laurie's story that it was in the 70s and is now the granddaughter's story.
Yep.
In the sequel, she gets in a car with fucking her shithead boyfriend and fucking the
His
shithead boyfriend's
whiny-ass
dad. And then we don't see her for the majority of the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
She
mean
has
like
2 lines. One of them is he's still out there. The second one is
Do it.
I miss my dad.
And then 3, do it.
yeah.
And then 3, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
She is not in this shit
No,
at
no.
all. Not even like there's cutaways of her like in the car like talking.
Not
Not
even a
a
little
single
bit.
goddamn.
Not
She is not
even
in
a
this
little
fucking
bit.
movie at all.
I have an inkling of a suspicion.
Hit it.
The third one might be good.
I
Because
know.
this one's so bad that anything following it will be good.
Well, I read that it's gonna be a time skip, a 4-year time skip.
You're shitting me.
Really?
4-year
Fucking
time.
Maya,
Stupid.
where are you? Maya's on the floor.
Even Maya didn't even watch the whole movie, and she's like, "That's bullshit." I hate that.
4-year time skip.
Not
So
gonna
it
lie.
lines up with the
Hate
present
that.
day.
Oh god,
Hate
okay.
that. No,
'Cause
I
it's
hate
2008.
They might have had to shoehorn that in.
I hate it.
They might have had to shoehorn
That's gross.
4-year time skip. But why is there a time skip?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's think about
Michael
reasons
Myers-
why.
But reasons why that's bullshit is because Michael Myers is still at large as far as we know at the end of this movie. He's just hanging around Haddonfield the whole time, killing bitches whenever he feels like. I don't think so. That's like 40 people a night. Ridiculous. No, bullshit.
How are they gonna find
Second of all, maybe he goes into hypersleep like he is Pennywise, whatever the fuck.
He goes into
and
hypersleep?
that's
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
every,
for 27
every
years.
20, yeah.
It does. Not Michael Myers.
or maybe they'll shoehorn that in because there's a 4-year time skip.
Michael Myers deserves a self-care day.
He does. He deserves a
Have you
self-care
seen
for
his
years.
face? He
He
needs
needs
a skincare
multiple
routine.
mental health days.
He does.
He needs mental health
Thank you.
asylum to lock
He
him
does.
up, and
He needs a little square on a checkerboard floor.
he needs to just.
Bro, but they did that. They shot him.
7
They should have done it in the
times.
first movie when it wasn't as powerful.
They should have cut
I
off his
don't
goddamn
understand.
head.
I don't.
If you cut his head off, will he die?
Joe, what are
I think if you cut his head off,
That's
he
it.
will die.
Joe? What are your theories as to why there is a 4-year
Okay.
time skip? Because I can't think of
I
any
think-
good ones.
Maybe he gets caught.
How?
Cause again,
How?
when they caught him, when they caught him in the fucking
He was
at the
weaker
end of the
then.
first one,
He was weaker then.
he was weaker then.
He was weaker then. Now he's like survived a mob beating.
I think he completes his journey. Right? He stares out his window, looks at the havoc that he has caused, and he's like, "I am done.
I will go somewhere else now.
I am done. Take
And
me
why would he
wherever you're
come
gonna take
back?
me."
Why would he come back?
What if he goes
He
and
was
is like,
the
I am
doc.
done?
The doctor threw him into this situation.
He
Remember?
did.
He broke him out. He broke him out, and then he purposely drove him to Laurie's house.
And then they started
Like of
taking
the
his
bus?
mask.
Huh?
And then they started taking his mask.
Like he broke him out of the bus?
Yeah, he caused the accident.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
I
It's
forgot
in.
that
I think it's
bit.
implied that he did.
Yeah.
I don't
forgot
think
that
they.
bit.
I don't
Well,
think they
also-
directly say it, do they?
I think maybe
I don't
misremembering
think
maybe,
they do.
but I think there's a line where the doctor goes, "It was hard to cause the accident,"
Yeah.
or something
Which
like that.
which also makes it funny that the child shot him because it's like that kid got it right.
Yeah,
That was the right guy to
He
shoot.
really
should have shot him twice.
So child, make sure
Yeah,
Aim for the head, not the shoulder, kid.
everyone's got bad aim in this goddamn movie.
Except for the
Except
sheriff
Lori.
in the first 30 seconds, and then after that, his
He
aim
misses
goes to
every
shit.
point blank shot.
literally down. He had the higher angle
He did, and then he missed because his bullet bent
and
Yep.
hit the wall.
and hit the wall.
Bullshit.
This movie's insanely bad.
This movie's really
I don't know.
bad.
Yeah, and the 4-year time skip I think might just make it worse, fellas.
I think
don't have high hopes for
They
this.
could be
third
they could
movie.
be Rise of Skywalker in it, where it's like time skip. You know all the shit that happened in the last one. Don't worry about it.
We're past that.
We're past that.
That'll make it even worse though.
We're not saying it didn't happen.
I
We're
feel
just saying
like-
get past it. All right, we're in
Yeah.
the new
I
thing
don't
now.
know, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not.
Oh no, he broke out
I
again.
feel like people are gonna love the third one.
Well, people didn't like Rise of Skywalker, so
I'm not saying I like the Skywalker. I'm just saying I think people are gonna. I have a sneak suspicion in my head. This one's so bad that the next one,
by like
By-
By
association.
comparison, yeah.
it's gonna be like.
I
Well, at
think-
least it wasn't the second
I
one.
think the third one will be better than the second one, but I do not think it will be as good as the first one.
Yeah, I think
Anything.
that's fair to say.
I think if they're
Yeah.
doing a 4-year time skip, they might try to shoehorn some bullshit in there just to like justify it, and the whole first 15 minutes of me watching that movie is going to be going, that doesn't make any fucking sense, and I won't be able to get past it for the rest of the movie.
I agree.
So,
Maybe he'll live in a log cabin alone in the woods, and then they'll seek him out to kill him.
'Cause
When
they're
they
the
become
monsters
Michael
now.
Myers.
that could be interesting, maybe, but also not. I don't know. Now that they set him up to be this supernatural force that just feeds off of fear and hate and all that, I can't imagine him wanting to be like, I'm going to take a vacation.
You know, honestly, what I thought was gonna happen, I thought the mob happening, being like evil dies tonight, and then literally becoming murderers. I thought what was gonna happen is that people were gonna start sympathizing with Michael, and they were
That
gonna
would be more
like
interesting.
a cult of Michael.
I think that would have been more interesting.
Maybe there will be a cult of Michael 4 years in the future.
Oh
Maybe.
God, no! No,
It's
that
gonna
doesn't
open
make
with
any
more
sense.
podcasters.
Oh,
Oh
my
my God.
I can't take any more
Can it be us?
podcasters.
Can it open with Joe and I dying?
Can we?
I would love
know
to
we
get killed
shit-
in a horror movie.
I know we shit talked this movie, but can we be in the third one, please?
Let me do it.
He can kill me brutally.
I'm fine with that.
How would you want to die in the? How would you want him to kill you?
Ooh,
See, I was a fan of the head stomp. I like the head
I
stomp
like the head
Pretty
stomp.
good.
because
Something
he
quick-
literally just.
something quick and easy. I do not want to be suffocated. That's
I
for
want
sure.
to. I want it to be gruesome.
Do
I
not
want to be
wanna
split from taint to head.
I was gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
We're same wavelength because I was gonna say some shit like that too.
I was gonna say get my head stomped on like a grape.
Yeah.
But I want to go from gooch to brain matter.
I kind of liked how he squished out the Big John's eyeballs. I think I
you
might
want your eyes popped?
a little bit.
Wow.
They came out.
I know. I was like, that looks
Why?
gnarly.
Wow.
I want to be in that makeup. But if
Probably
as
gonna CG.
far as actually dying, I go for the head stomp. Quick and easy, just done.
Well, I just want to go as gruesome as
Yeah,
possible.
I want like a cool death.
Yeah, the head stomp is fucking gnarly, dude. Did you see that shit?
It's pretty nice.
I want to die like in a cool way where like I at least do something productive. But I know that I would be like a side character anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But maybe like I get a good hit in, you know?
Yeah.
Or like I get like a pickaxe and I hit him in the side of
I
the
would
head.
say
But then he just kills me anyways, and then he. Yeah, it takes
I
it out.
don't even have to be killed in a gruesome way if he poses me in a funny or romantic way.
With a
I'd
lesbian
be
lover.
totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Well, even then in the first movie with the flashlight in the head and with the one girl, he's like, haha, she's dead. I'm going to put a sheet on her because she's a ghost because she's dead. Isn't that funny, guys?
Yeah.
That was funny as hell. So if I'm posed in a nice way after my death, I don't care how gruesome my death is. I just want to be posed kind of.
I want a gruesome death. I like maybe like he like
It's the
stabs-
aftercare that I care about.
he stabs me and like I go no and I toss the knife out and he goes
Oh, that's a good one.
reaches in and then
Yeah, like,
just
That's
like
a
a frog
good
that
one.
you're dissecting.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Wait, hold on. I kind of would want to be the character that's self-aware and just leaves town.
Well, yeah,
I'm
this
good.
is saying if we die.
Like-
Ultimately, I would not want to die in a horror movie.
I would leave. I would just leave.
I would just
Yeah.
be like, see you folks later.
I wouldn't
Later.
I wouldn't mind like let's say they got me for this horror movie for this third one, right?
Right.
I wouldn't mind being like a cliche or like a stereotype.
Okay.
Like oh, I heard a noise out there. Let me go investigate.
You did it.
Oh. Oh, I'm being stabbed. No.
Would maybe pinned to the wall with the kitchen knife?
That's a
good
classic.
one. I like
That's
that
the
one
classic.
a
That's a
lot.
classic.
I like that one a lot.
If Michael Myers can pick me up and pin me to the wall, he can have me.
Wait, maybe it's like our heads like impaled on microphones.
He grabs your head, grabs my head, goes poof.
Oh my god!
And it
I
showers
like that
over
one.
our podcast
I like
setup.
that one a lot. And then he poses you afterwards in your chairs with the headphones on.
Yeah!
What's left of your head.
Or maybe he decapitates us and then switches our heads.
Yo!
And then
fellas.
when you need baby.
Hey, baby. I'm trying to think of things you say consistently on
No.
here.
Like he plays a recording and he just sits there for 30
What's your name,
minutes.
Julia Roberts? No.
No, Dane, Robert, Sarah. Michelle Rodriguez.
Dad, look those guys.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He's just a big fan.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, I killed my favorite podcast.
I'm gonna recreate all my favorite bits. How many hours of content do we have now of the podcast?
A lot.
How many days worth of content could you listen to of our podcast?
I think maybe like 2 full days.
You think in 2 full days? Like 48 hours worth of content? I accidentally clicked on League of Legends. Damn it.
Hold on.
All episodes. I'm gonna say because every episode
Let-
is over an hour long.
Yeah. And there's how many?
40 something. No, not media. Fuck. Yeah, like 42. This one will be 43.
Let's say 1.5, right?
Yeah. So it's 48
That's a lot of
plus
vowels.
half of it.
Where'd
Wait,
you get the
what?
48 from?
Wait, what? What are you thinking? I'll
It's
just
like
get on my
42 plus half of it.
calculator.
Yeah. And then that would be...
It's
21.
just 42
21.
times 1.5.
So 63 hours?
63. I used a calculator.
I'm a calculator.
like about 3 days. 3 days and some change.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's a lot of content, guys.
It's not
That's a
bad.
lot of content.
It's not bad. I like that. Anyways.
This
movie
was dog
fucking
shit.
blows. It
was
fucking
so
sucks.
bad. What was it, Ark? What was it that you said while we were watching the movie?
Oh, it's a toothy blowjob of a movie.
It's a toothy blowjob of a movie, yeah. It's the most wonderful way to describe it.
It's like I know I'm getting like it's supposed to be great, or like you're supposed to be having fun, but there's just something's happening that's just distracting you the whole time.
You're getting your dick gnawed
Yeah,
by teeth.
it's gonna be fucked up. It's so
Oh my
bad.
god! What the fuck?
Okay. This movie fucking blows.
It's bad, dude.
I cannot.
It's bad.
I cannot explain to you how fucking disappointed I am. As we were watching the movie,
We were like 30 minutes into when I went, guys, I think this is a bad movie.
And the first one is just as long as this one. I looked it up.
This felt like pacing, 30 years.
The pacing was like, it was like rapid at times and then like dead slow.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
nothing
this.
happened.
It's
I
a
cannot.
bad movie.
As we were watching the movie, my energy was fucking draining.
Yep.
Because this is such a stupidly dumb movie.
Yep.
It fucking just drains you.
It's terrible.
It fucking drains you.
does. Especially after like the high of watching Halloween 2018, because Halloween 2018
We watched recently.
for me,
It's flawed.
of course it is, but it's endearing
It has some
and
issues.
charming.
Yeah.
But they're not like,
It's charming in its flaws.
Yeah.
This movie's just dog shit.
it doesn't derail you
Period.
from the plot really.
Yeah.
It doesn't really like.
It doesn't make you sit there and go, now hold on a minute, what the fuck?
The best part of this movie is that end bit before the very end
Yeah.
where they're giving like some cool reasons for stuff while like some cool shit's happening, and then they just go, here's a lame way to end it.
Yeah.
Here, it's toothily suck our dick as we
Yeah.
give you a fake finish.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's such a... Again.
I'm
I hate
sorry
to
to the people that put in all the effort to make this movie.
Yeah.
But it blows.
It fucking blows. I'm sorry. Like, that's the thing, right? When there's a bad movie, it's like you feel bad because, like, there's a lot of people who worked on it. There's like 100
Yeah.
people who worked on it.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, the movie fucking sucks.
My mom likes to, whenever I critique a movie and I'm like, this fucking blows, she's like, Kayla, you have to think though, like, what if this is one of your movies? And I was like, if my movie sucked this bad, I want somebody to tell me.
Yeah.
Period. And
Yeah.
it sucked.
Has
Sorry.
Halloween, the third one, been shot yet or no?
No clue.
I don't think so because this person, it doesn't say that they've edited it yet. And also, this hasn't said that they've done
Look up
cinematography yet.
Halloween Ends is what the third
Halloween
one.
ends.
Yeah.
I'll do another one for this one.
That'll be rough too if they filmed the first two back to back, and then this one they took like.
I actually don't know if they did it back to back.
Maybe they're currently filming it now. Release date 2022.
Well, it's 21 now,
Where's
so
is there
they're
an IMDb for this?
they
There
released
is.
end of production, post production.
Writers.
Oh wait, go back up. It said see production. Oh no.
Writers, stars. There's nothing for it yet.
There's nothing for it.
no.
I don't know if they've finished making this yet.
Or if they've even started making it.
They might not have even started.
That is true.
Well, no, that would give them no time.
Yeah, no, they only
make it-
have
they would
a
have to
year.
at least be
they only have a
mid-production.
year. Yep.
Yeah.
Because post takes,
A good
A good
while.
chunk
Long
of shit.
time.
Yeah.
especially when you're
Especially
doing like
with,
CG.
yeah, with these.
Oh, you know what?
movies.
There was a shitty kill. There's one with the firefighter that had the saw. There's
Yeah, that was
with
lame.
the shit
Yep.
CGI
Yeah.
blood.
Stupid. And
That
the
didn't
one
look
with the doctor where the car door opened and it like broke her wrist and turned her wrist so the gun faced her and then she
That was a
shot
shitty
herself.
death also, you're
That
right.
was
Yeah.
stupid. That was big stupid.
And it's indicative of this movie. We spent so much time with that character
Yep.
and those two characters, right? The
Just
doctor and the
for them
nurse,
to die.
for them to die.
Yeah.
And then
even then and like the scene where we see them die is the teaser scene. So the second we meet them, we're like, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Why are we here right now? Why?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I fucking hate the
John
character
Carpenter wrote this?
based on characters created by.
Yeah.
Got it.
I fucking hate the Tommy Doyle character.
Yes.
I hate that character.
Terrible.
Tommy Doyle.
The guy who
With
talks
the
to himself.
baseball bat.
Oh, fuck that guy. What a piece of shit character that doesn't do anything
so
for the story.
Terrible.
He keeps doing this weird thing where people are running around him. He goes, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And
You
it's
know-
gonna be cool. I'm gonna fucking dice his brains in.
Not even that. It's like he's having his own soliloquy. Like it's theater.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the audience and he's like,
Yeah.
to be or not to be. And you're
There's-
like, shut the fuck up.
There's even one scene where he goes to Lori and goes, Lori, you protect me when I was a little kid. Okay, now it's my turn. I'm gonna protect you. And Lori literally goes, I do not give a shit.
Who are you?
Seriously.
What?
I babysitted you 30 years ago.
Seriously.
I didn't.
And she's also like, I'm internally bleeding, I'm externally bleeding, and
Jesus
also
fuck.
I'm on a lot of drugs right now. Can you just not fucking
I'm trying to
talk
get.
me?
My, I'm trying to get my.
I'm trying to save
I'm trying
my
to.
daughter
I'm trying
and
to
my
fuck right now. All right, get
Yeah.
out of here.
Look, they
And
put us
she's
in the
trying
same
to get
room.
some.
Yeah.
This is a sign, damn it.
Yeah.
We're both stabbed.
He's got a neck hole. I got a,
I got a couple holes.
A few too many holes.
Michael added some, but didn't take any away.
Got him.
Ow.
God, I fucking hate this goddamn
It's
movie.
a bad
man.
movie.
I think I know what the writing issues are, like on surface level what they are. But it's like I think the main issues are, at least with the writing side of stuff, is that when they're doing like what on paper would make sense is set up character. This happened means you like them, but something gets lost in translation.
Something during production went wrong. Like either something
I
they
think
ran out of something or something went wrong in the middle of production to where shit got weird, and then it hit the editing room and the editor went, I don't know what to do with this, and they said do
Pre-production
your
expected.
best.
It's in pre-production.
Pre-production expected.
Oh.
Expected October 14th. Okay, yeah.
Here's my thing. The thing is, there's no main character in this movie.
Nope.
The closest thing we have to a main character is Tommy Doyle.
And
Which
he
is a
sucks.
shitty.
Which is a shit character that fucking blows.
Yep.
Even if he was the main character, right? How does his life change from the beginning of this movie to the end of this movie?
Does not.
He dies.
He gets his head squished.
He fucking gets his shit rocked.
With nothing.
But his
to
character
gain from
doesn't
it.
grow.
Nope,
No.
He
not
makes the
even a little
fucking
bit.
situation worse, which could be something.
The only character that I think grew was Karen.
That doesn't matter.
And then
She's dead.
she gets fucking murdered.
And then she gets murdered.
Here's my thing. Sometimes writers think, oh, I'm going to kill the main character and that's going to be cool, right?
No.
Sometimes it's not cool because it's like, that's literally all of our emotional growth came from this character. And now that character is dead.
Gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
So what am I to do now?
But she was gone in a shitty way. I understand if you also kill them in a way that's meaningful to the story.
Was
No.
not.
But it was like,
way.
she looked out that dumbass window.
And then this dude, he appeared. He like teleported there
He
because
Jasoned her.
otherwise he would have needed to walk through like 3 ambulances, 12 cop cars, her daughter to get through the house and up the stairs and behind her to kill her.
The daughter didn't think to go, hey mom, maybe don't do that.
And also nobody's like
Or mom,
screaming.
I'll go with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
She's screaming her fucking guts out.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of things
Fucking
that don't like.
stupid movie.
That's why I'm feeling like maybe there's like extra shit in this movie that was like cut that maybe would add clarity. But
I
then
don't think
just
so.
Looked and they said there's one scene in it that makes it different.
And I also
Yeah.
don't think that either. Because I think, for the most part, it's like, I think this was their motto, like this was their mission statement from the get-go, which is, let's show the consequences of Michael Myers and his actions, right? And have the town literally turn against him and be like a mob justice thing. I feel like that was like what they wanted to go for. But the way they went for it was so fucking dog shit and
Yeah,
stupid.
It was weird.
Execution was bad.
Yeah,
was
like I
Editing
get,
wasn't
I
great.
get what there's subtextually what they mean. It's
Yeah.
like when
I
people,
understand what they were going for.
yeah, when people take the laws into their own hands,
Yep.
it's like you're feeding into this monster.
Yep.
You're literally feeding into it. You know,
Yep.
I get that. The thing is, you did this shit in a stupid and a dog shit way, where it just made me feel like you're bashing my head with
Yep.
this fucking message
Yep.
that's stupid and dog shit and doesn't make sense. Because again, if it was a character that was vaguely evil, right, or ambiguously evil, it would work. We know Michael Myers is evil.
Completely evil.
Yes.
We
They
know.
said it. The first movie, they said it like 12 times. This movie, they said it like 13.
Again, and that also is why it doesn't work. When you have one character literally going, this character is pure evil, and it's like, oh,
And everyone,
it's because he's biased. Of course he's biased. That guy is literally
he
pure
looked
evil.
Him, he
Yeah.
looked him in the eyes and said, "There is nothing behind those eyes. That's a fucking monster. That's not a human
Yeah.
anymore."
Yeah, but then you're supposed to, because a fucking mental patient jumped over the fucking roof and died, we're the monsters now?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. And that was, why have that in there?
Yep.
His death was kind of gruesome.
For
Like,
no
when they showed
reason.
that shit, when they showed the
For
the
no
body on the
reason.
ground and
That
his
was
like
fucked
his
up.
arm was up and turned around on the other
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, man, that
Like,
was weird.
wow.
And his fucking brain was literally pancaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. This movie is not written well. It's not shot well.
Nope.
It's not fucking edited well.
No.
Cinematography.
Some of the cinematography is pretty solid, but it
Others
wasn't
of
up to par with what the previous one was, and there was
No.
too many glaring issues in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe again it was like COVID issues, like with like shooting problems where like they can't have enough people on set to get things done
Well,
enough.
for me, it was one thing, right? It was when there's cinematography involved, like the art of cinematography.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed for our eyes to go specific ways. Like our eye goes there,
Yeah.
and it goes there for a reason.
Like
right.
picture
Several
of the
times.
Like the
Yeah,
picture
and
of the
several-
bartender.
And several times in this movie,
The
they
fact that both
misled us.
you and me went, why are they focusing on that
on the
picture and not on the baseball bat? Speaks volumes. Like,
I went, who's that guy? You went, that's the bartender. I was like, huh?
like at the fundamental level, I think this movie failed.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the fundamental level. And it sucks because they had such a great, like, momentum from the first one.
Oh my god, yeah, they
How does
did.
the same team go from
I
doing
don't
that?
know.
There has to
That's
be something
what's crazy
in
to
it.
me. Like, what the fuck happened during production? What happened? What happened?
I think it could be the COVID thing. I don't know if it was maybe like...
But other movies have been made smack dab in the middle of
Was there
COVID
a
and haven't
strike?
been this shit.
Was there a strike, perchance?
No,
The
no.
60K strike?
No, I don't think so.
Before this.
It
Or
could also
after this?
be that the first one was so big, right? And made so much money. It's like, now there's more fingers in the pie.
Did they not?
That could
yeah,
possibly
executives.
be
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we didn't expect this to make this much money.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like
It could be a lot of like executive
Yeah.
notes being like, well, we don't get it, so can you clarify this with these lines?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We want this in it.
This was
Some
acted.
corporate writer.
This was acted like shit.
It was, and everyone in this movie, like the first movie, everyone was great. You know what I mean? But in
I
this
didn't
movie,
think of too many
it's like,
like bad performances
Even-
in the last one.
yeah,
Even like the
but
character.
it's like they forgot to.
Like if you didn't like a character in the last one, right?
Yeah.
It's just like that's how the
That's
person
how they're
acted.
supposed- yeah, that's how you're supposed to feel about them. They
Yeah.
did their
Yeah.
job.
Like I think arguably the worst character in the first one was that Oscar kid.
From the
Yes.
Oscar.
The one that got shanked through the gate, the fence
okay.
gate.
But that's because that's how he's supposed to be.
because that's
Yeah,
how he's
supposed to
written
be
with that
cringy.
purpose.
Yeah.
It could also, you know what it could also be? It could be like first album syndrome. You know, like when bands, like new bands form,
Mhm.
and they literally pour all their energy into the first album,
That is
and then
true.
it's so hard to do like a follow up to that album.
Yeah.
Do you think they had a beginning and an end plan, but then like when they were making the middle bit, you know,
That
with the
could be it.
transitional movie, it was like, how do we just get from this to this?
Yeah.
They're like, all we got is this. We want to open strong and we want to end strong. How do we go middle strong? And they're like,
I think
I don't know.
broad strokes they had good ideas.
Yeah.
Broad strokes they had like
Yep.
the message, right? I think the issue was it's just when you get into that text, when you get into that subtext
Yeah.
and you get into it, I think that's where it failed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it's like when you have a shit script and a shit fucking idea of where we should go with this thing,
Yeah.
And a flawed production.
it's like it bleeds on to other things.
Yep.
Yeah.
People are like, well, I don't get what's going on.
Yep.
So I don't know what I should be shooting in this scene.
Yep.
You know?
The picture frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me get that bartender.
And it's all like,
Boss, the red lines that show what we're focused on shows that we're more on the picture frame than the baseball bat. Shoot it! Roll the tape!
yeah.
We're running out of time and tape. We gotta.
I'm running
film
out
it
of
right
film canisters.
Yeah.
Boss,
Yeah,
we're on
basically.
digital.
Film.
Yeah.
Casters.
And then it's like, and if you have no clear direction in fucking the production of it, you're not gonna have direction for the fucking post of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You know, you
Yeah.
fucking if an editor fucking saw this movie and went, "This is all the film that was given to me, and I have to somehow
This is
sculpt
what they
this
shit out.
into a movie.
Yeah.
I have to do this somehow."
Yeah. They're like, I'm fucked.
And they're like,
It really felt like the director wasn't present in this one. Because if it was the
yeah.
same director from first to second, again, maybe the director wasn't present during the first one and someone else was taking more of a heavy hand in
Maybe,
directing.
Damn, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But it's like, who is the AD in... Actually, wait, who is the AD in this?
The
Who's
AD. Could you imagine the AD is the one person who's different?
So is he producer, is executive producer, co-producer, executive producer?
the AD won't pop up like that.
Are you sure?
It would be like in set or whatever.
Makeup department, production management,
I think you just.
additional... Okay, here we go. Teddy Gibbons. Additional... Oh, wait, no. Oh my
It would be that-
somebody
Wait,
like
scroll
Second
back up.
AD, the first one.
additional second assistant director.
That's well, associate. I don't know. That's like the intern you get. First assistant director.
There we go.
Cam-
Yeah.
Cameron-
Velkovsky.
Volkovsky.
And then in Halloween 2018.
Well, just click on Kamen Volkovsky and see if he
then
pops
see
up.
if he pops
Yeah.
up.
He pops up.
Damn it! What the fuck?
But he was a
happened?
second
Unit
unit.
director.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe they had a different AD. Hold on. Yeah, because there's something off where I'm just like,
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, there's definitely something where
Something
like
got fucked.
something got fucked on, and it could be the COVID thing.
all cast and crew.
Like the more I'm thinking about it, the more it's like It's probably that.
That's why I'm feeling like it's that side of it where it's like someone second assistant director.
Phil DeSanti.
First
Second
assistant director. Oh, reshoots?
They
They
probably
did reshoots and they got those shit takes still?
This is for the first one.
They probably did reshoots
okay.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, well,
2018?
Because they had to delay it for 3 years.
No. This is reshoots for the first one.
Yeah, they probably had
For 2018.
Yeah, they probably
It came out in
because
2018. That was pre-COVID. That was
COVID was 2020.
Years.
Came out
That was 2
Yeah.
years before COVID.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, reshoots. Reshoots isn't a bad thing.
No,
it just means like, oh, we probably need to redo that insert or whatever.
Oh, see, well, yeah, and for the 2021 one, they like.
This first AD is Attila Salih User.
Oh, she was the missing link.
She?
Attila sounds like a female name, maybe.
It's the
Attia.
the
Attila.
Yeah.
Well, Attila the Hun.
Oh,
He is an
got
assistant
me.
director. and
He-
producer.
yeah.
Ah, damn it. He is the missing link.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only difference that I can see. Maybe there was some like crew shifting, so maybe like the process was changed a little bit. And
Yeah.
but again, that's such a stark difference from the first movie to the second, where it's like we don't got the
With
AD.
like the same.
I'm gonna either chalk it up to COVID or it's like that first album syndrome
yeah,
where it's just
or
like
a little bit of both.
Could be.
I
You
feel
know, like you put all your heart and soul into this first movie, and you're like, I'm ready to get revved up on the second one, and then boom, COVID.
yeah.
Like that's kind of fucked, man.
Well, also the Halloween franchise, notoriously the second one isn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
That is.
Like Halloween the '70s one, the
Yeah.
follow-up, the sequel to that one,
Yeah.
where it's Laurie in a hospital. People don't like that one.
That's true.
So, I think maybe
Yeah,
Laurie's
but
also.
is it dog shit like
Laura's
this
in
one?
the hospital.
Oh my god!
Maybe
These
Laurie
idiots,
just
these
shouldn't-
fools.
How many parallels to the second one are there in this one? Because I've never seen the second one.
Oh fucking.
You know, I think I cracked it. I think it's literally Last
Are
Jedi.
they trying to do too many parallels?
No, I think it's
Oh.
Last Jedi. Last Jedi, the whole motto of it was subvert expectations, right?
Yeah.
Make people think it's gonna go one way, then go the other one.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to do this one with this one. They're like, Laurie's in the hospital. He's gonna go to the hospital, fuck some shit up. Bam! Subvert expectations.
Yeah, he goes home.
Killing it.
Bam!
Yeah, but the execution were bad.
Yeah, and then it's all like, Laurie's the main character. He cares about Laurie. Bam! No, he doesn't.
On paper, that's
He doesn't care about anybody. He
Cool.
literally just wants to stand at a window.
yeah, but like on paper, it's like okay, I get it. That's cool, you know. But like the way that it was acted in
Yeah,
some parts
seriously.
or most parts, and then like the way that it was just.
Executed and ugh.
Anyways,
That's it for me.
Yeah, if the whole movie could have been more about the gays and less about every
That's
other
what-
32
I'd have-
side character, I'd be happy.
Out of 10 Little Johns, what do you give it?
Out of 10 Little Johns, this one, oh my god.
Big John's count for double.
Big John's count for double. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 Little Johns.
Or one Big John.
Or
one Big John or two Little Johns.
Yeah.
2 Little Johns.
I'm gonna give it.
This movie doesn't deserve a Big John.
I'm gonna give it 2 Big Johns because that's what 4.
What?
That's 4 out of 10.
That's 4 out of 10, yeah.
I'm gonna give it 2 Big
Oh,
Johns
this movie was
because
shit.
it would be one Big John out of 10 or 2 Little Johns out of 10 because the fact that the ending, despite the very ending, at least gave me clarity into my gripe with Michael Myers of why does he keep fucking living things without any explanation. Now at least
That
they gave
is
an
true.
explanation. So that's why I'm like, I'll give it another. I'll slap a Big John on that. I'll slap an extra Big John on that one.
I wouldn't slap a Big John on that.
For me, it's Big John worthy just because I had such an issue with it. Maybe it's a Big John and a Little John, but
Yeah.
it's no more than 2 Big Johns.
And
Yeah.
and at the end of this year, when we look back on things,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like the picture would be painted more clearly for you, because this would be a contender for worst movie of this year.
It's pretty not good.
Yeah.
If I didn't hate Space Jam 2 as much as I hate Space Jam 2,
I'm gonna edit my score to a Big John and a Little John.
okay,
Because 2 Big Johns, I feel like is too close to 5 out of 10, which is an
like
average
subpar,
movie.
yeah, like just average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a Big John and a Little
I
John.
refuse to give it a Big John because Big John deserves better than that.
Big John's
Big
He
John
swings
was
some
my
dick.
favorite.
Big John got big dick,
John.
I bet.
I loved Big
He's
John.
shorter than Little John.
He is, but I bet he's
Dead
bad.
ass. And Little John is older than him also,
Yeah.
it appears. So literally just about the dick.
Yeah, I
That's
bet
it.
he's got some crazy dick.
That's it.
Maya,
I
what's your
did.
opinion on the Johns?
Little John. Yeah.
What's your opinion? What do you rate this movie from what you saw?
Lil Jon.
One Lil
Lil
Jon.
Jon.
Yeah.
But the rapper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one Lil Jon out of 10.
Yeah.
Because at its core, it fails.
Ooh, Lil
Yep.
Jon.
At its fundamental level, it
In
fails.
terms of just being a movie.
This is why we yell at you. Why are you here? I'm in the middle of talking.
LilJon.com.
Alright.
This is why we yell.
Keep going.
It's distracting when you're just pulling when you just hear oh.
Well, you said I'm gonna give it one Lil Jon.
Yeah, and I was still talking.
Yeah, one Lil Jon. So I looked at Lil Jon.
Oh.
Oh my god. I get because at its core it fails.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
At the fundamental level it fails.
I liked the first Halloween because it wasn't just a good Halloween slasher movie, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I hate this one because it's not only a bad Halloween movie, it's just a bad movie fucking period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not a good movie.
Yeah. I think when the best parts of your movie is a thing I can look up on YouTube.
Yep.
I don't think you're that good.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's it. And this wraps up.
And what would be the total amount of time of like the kills?
Oh, it'd be like fucking
He
10 minutes.
murders-
10 minutes.
He murders.
The-
I don't know. He took out a lot of people.
He did take out a lot of
Yeah,
people.
A lot of people.
But he took them out. He took a lot of them out in mass.
Yeah,
Simultaneously.
and like
that is
he
very
took them
true.
out in the scene where
That
he
is
was
very
attacking
true.
them.
Yeah.
No one really survived scene to scene.
That
I would
is
think.
very true.
Yeah.
Does anyone survive
Yeah.
scene to scene?
No.
The
MILF
MILF.
survived, but she didn't die. In
Yeah,
in
but
another
she
scene.
she survived, and then boom, that's it. She disappeared
Yeah, she
for the
doesn't
rest
exist
of the
again.
hour
Yeah.
and a half of the runtime.
Unless there was like a. Was there like a throw? No, right? No,
Not
nothing.
real throwaway character. Everyone that essentially runs in with him, except for MILF, dies,
Yeah,
and like main characters,
yeah. Oh,
Except
no,
for
not even
Karen.
that. Karen
Except for
died.
that main character.
ever Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
Boy,
that
I'm
wraps
disappointed.
up the end of Creeptober. The sun rises and the nightmare is over.
Yay.
My nightmare continues when the sun rises.
Until next year. I was trying to build like an
Damn.
atmospheric ending.
Damn, Maya, you ruined his atmospheric ending.
Oh, sorry.
it was funny though.
It was funny.
It was really funny though.
My nightmare continues when the sun rises.
I was trying to build some
I'm gonna wake your
atmosphere,
nightmare.
Yeah.
some drip, you know.
I get you.
My bad, Joseph.
No, it's fine.
You want to
whatever.
take it again?
I could do it again.
You want to
No,
take it again?
much like Halloween, we don't have time for second takes.
No, because we're better than them.
Oh,
We
fair.
are better than that.
Here, just
Yeah.
do second take.
Second
Yeah.
take.
You alright?
I was doing like a corn thing and like.
Yeah, I, heard, I was like, that corn thing is normal. It's the cough at the
Yeah,
end that
I
concerned
I
me.
choked on my saliva.
Yeah. Anyways, the sun sets, the nightmare's over. This is the end of Creeptober. Until next year.
Isn't it sunrises? You said that the first time.
Fuck!